Each year, Lake Superior State University on the northern shores of Michigan comes out with the list of misused or overused or even useless words and phrases. They call them banished words.
Oh, that's good.
Is that right?
Yes. You want to take a little look-see at some of these?
Let's take a little look-see.
Yeah.
What do we see here?
No worries. You're on mute. That being said, circle back.
Circle back.
Circle back.
That one's yours.
It makes me insane. Dr. Karin Ryan, a psychologist with Nystrom and Associates, is here to tell us why we should not use some of these phrases and then some other phrases that might be good to avoid in general as well. Dr. Ryan, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
So Lake Superior State University, they banned no worries, and that's the one that I'd written in an email.
Me too.
Just like a few minutes prior. Why is it bugging people?
And I use it a lot too, right? And I think, yeah, I like this study because it's kind of the things we're all like, can agree we're all kind of tired of or sick of. So it's not like a huge faux pas if you say them, right?
Yeah.
But it's that piece of like no worries is really about when somebody says thank you,
yeah.
you say, oh, no worries.
No worries,
right?
no problem.
No worries, no problem. And it's done nicely, but what can be more effective is simply saying, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Right? As one
Why
person.
is that so hard to say?
Right? Why can't we just say you're welcome?
I also think though, like going a little bit deeper into that. So when you say no worries, to me, it's almost like perpetuating this cultural ideal that if you are asking someone for something, that's a problem.
It's a worry.
So
Yes.
like I've caused you a problem by asking you
Yeah.
for something, and then you say, no worries.
And I'll say, well, I wasn't actually worried about it.
Right,
Yes.
right, where you can just
You're projecting that onto her.
totally,
Yes.
and you can
Banish
really
it.
just
Yeah.
say, here's what I did, or thank you so much.
Yes.
You're welcome is a much more like,
That seems so simple.
that's a lovely exchange.
It's a lovely
It's
exchange.
a lovely exchange.
Okay.
It's clear to the point.
Good luck to 100% of people watching right now who say no worries
Yeah.
every day.
All right, we got another
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
New normal. I refuse to say this one. I
Yeah.
would say temporary normal, and then now I don't even like new normal.
I'm out on new normal. I think we're all tired of it.
We are
What-
all tired of it, right? Because this is no longer new. It's going on 2 years, and it's still not normal, right? And so we don't want to adjust this. We don't want this to be our normal.
Right.
And it's not new, so we're tired of it.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's just kind of like we can just take it out, because most of the time we don't even need it.
So
Right.
we should probably just say, life. This is life.
This is life.
This is life.
Yeah. Today we're going to do this.
Yes.
Right? Here is our plan for today.
Right.
You don't have to say it's a new normal, so here's what we're doing.
Right.
It
This
doesn't
is
have
the
to be
plan.
weird. It doesn't have to be different.
Yeah.
I like this, you guys. Another one, at the end of the day. At the end of the day, blah, blah, blah. Why does this bug people?
And I think it's the different ways we can use it. Sometimes it just feels too wordy and lengthy. It's just like, get to the point. But I think sometimes it can be condescending or feel like, at the end of the day, you're still wrong. Or at the end of the day, I still disagree with you. And oftentimes it's after a long kind of like saying of the facts or what you're thinking. And then it's, at the end of the day.
I hear you, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you, I don't disagree. I disagree with you.
Right, but
Yeah,
what if you
that's it.
just said, yeah, exactly, TJ, if you just said, I hear you, and we need to make this decision. It feels different. It's the same delivery, but there isn't that little like,
better.
in there.
We've got a
It's
few
better.
phrases, Dr. Ryan, that you say are always good to avoid,
Yeah.
starting with, this is a big one, I know how you feel.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Right, and I think we often say this in a sincere way where we're trying to connect with that person or validate how they're feeling, but it actually feels invalidating because you don't know how they feel.
Yeah.
And so it's really helpful if we can avoid saying, I know how you feel.
Right, I think that happens a lot when it's like a diagnosis or like the loss of someone. So like, okay, if you lost your mom and someone else lost their mom and you're gonna say, I know how you feel.
Yep.
But you don't, because you weren't in that relationship, and everybody's relationship with their mother is different, and with
Yeah.
themselves and all of those things.
What would be
Yeah.
a better phrase? Help us.
Yeah, you bet. It's validating how they're feeling. And so let me think of a good example. So if somebody is sharing, I feel so sad, I'm missing them so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like it's really hard for you. That sounds really hard. Right, and there's a difference when you can share your own experience, like, oh, I know when I lost somebody, like it was really hard to get out of bed even.
Yeah.
And so you can still connect and have that sharing and like validating of that, but it's not telling you, I know how you feel, or this is how you're feeling.
Right, okay, that's good.
What
Yeah.
about the classic, it could be worse?
Oh, man.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or at least
Yeah.
it's not, hey, at least it's not a blizzard out there.
Right?
Right.
Right? Because it shuts you down. It makes you feel like you shouldn't be feeling that way. And we know we talk about this a lot. We shut ourselves all the time. Don't shut on yourself. But when somebody says, well, at least it's not this, or it could be worse.
Right.
It's like, oh, so I should feel bad that I'm feeling this way now versus just being able to feel how you're feeling.
Right, yeah. I don't think that's healthy even to do in your own life.
I
like
wonder
to think to
Right.
how
yourself.
many of these things I say to my kids.
Well, and we say it because, as people, we are uncomfortable when our friends and our loved ones are sad. right? Because we want to make it better. So we tend to say like, you know, at least it's not this, because we want them to feel better. But what that person just needs is to be sad or to be anxious or to be worried.
My kids will say like, this is the worst day of my life. And then I'll be like, wow, you've had a good life.
You are dramatic.
For sure.
I know how you feel.
For sure, yes.
I know how
That's
you feel.
not nice to say. Okay,
Yeah,
one more. I'm
one more.
sorry you feel that way. That's one you think we should, that's not a
Yeah.
real, number one, that's not an apology.
No.
Right, people think that's an apology. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yes.
I'm sorry if you felt that happened.
Yep.
Those aren't apologies.
Yeah,
What else
because
don't you
I
like about it?
disagree with you, right?
Yeah.
Because the crux of that is like, well, yeah, but at the end of the day, you're wrong. Like your
Right.
experience is not what I think is accurate. And so it's unnecessary to say ever.
Right. So it's about not assuming these things about other people, projecting.
Yep.
Okay, simpler language. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, you're
Yes,
welcome.
100%.
That was a really good, Dr. Ryan,
Right,
that's
or
fun.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I hurt you. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
You did not hurt me. No, you feel great. That was really nice. All right, Dr. Ryan is the best. Nystrom and Associates provides care in the fields of psychiatry, psychology, family therapy, and more. And they have 20 locations in the Twin Cities. And they work with couples, families, and people of all ages.
Yeah, and if you're struggling with stress, anxiety, depression, or addiction, you can reach out to them. They'd be happy to help.
That is true. We're going to be right